does look crooked. It does look crooked if you want to fix it. Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Is this 14?
Yep. Episode 14. Let's take a leak.
Yeah, I could go.
Trying to hug me?
Yep.
Faggot.
Trying to hug that penis.
Fucking incest faggot.
You know me.
You want to introduce us or you want me to?
You got this one.
Wait for that smoke to die down. Alright, I'm ready when you are. Welcome back. It is episode 14. It is Wednesday, December 13th, approximately 8:07 p.m. here in Houston County, Georgia.
Houston County, Georgia.
I can't reveal where we're at. Just Houston County. It is also another Jersey Day.
Not Houston County, by the way. I've heard some of you out-of-towners call it Houston County. That is not how you say it. I got on Turner the Burner today.
I got on a little Minshew magic. Dude, so it's been a week, to say the least. Not much going on college football-wise, except transfer portal talk. But before we get into all that, man, what's your song of the week?
Foolin' by Def Leppard.
Ooh.
Sticking with the classics, dude.
That's a good one.
I do get down with some classic rock.
I got Tall Boy by Widespread Panic.
Dude.
Panic's the shit, man.
Panic is really good. Those shows, I feel like they just have like some really die-hard cultish fans.
Matt Muse.
Yep.
Yeah. Enough said.
Oh yeah, there are just some guys I follow on Twitter that, I mean, it feels like they literally follow them around.
I know, no kidding. But dude, I mean, Shohei Ohtani, what does that say?
Breaking news. Oh, suspending Draymond Green. Did you see about that last night?
Yeah, dude, I did.
I
said he didn't mean to. Like,
oh yeah, I'm sure.
Come on.
I was sitting here watching TV or doing something, and I saw an ESPN notification pop up on my phone. And typically, I get like a bunch of them coming throughout the day, so I don't sit here and like immediately pick it up. So I just kind of looked at it and went, it said spinning backhand. Draymond Green hits Yusuf Nurkic in the face, or something along those lines.
He's one of the dirtiest players I've ever seen in basketball. He's dirty as hell, man. Like, I don't like Draymond at all. So he deserves everything that's coming his way.
I don't like him, but at the same time, I think he is quite funny.
Okay, yeah.
I think just his career as a whole has been quite amusing to me.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, being a role player on an absolute dynasty, too.
Dude, like, there are some people that I don't like, but they're just an absolute meme, just a walking meme. And it just makes me laugh.
Dude, so Shohei Ohtani, 10-year, $700 million contract.
Yeah.
But he's only getting paid $10 million over the next, 8 years?
Yes. Oh, it's $2 million a year over the next 10. So there's a major deferment in the contract. So I think that like $680 million is going to be due once he.
Yeah.
Or I mean, I think he starts making like more and more money after that.
Yeah.
He's basically going to be getting paid by the Dodgers like Bobby Bonilla has been getting paid like by the Mets.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
But it's going to be way more than 1.5.
Yeah, it's not going to be Bobby Bonilla Day. It's going to be Shohei Ohtani Day.
Yeah.
In like 10, 15 years.
So, interesting thing here. I was talking about this with a guy the other day who's a bit of a older 49ers fan.
Yeah.
And he said that when the NFL, before they introduced the salary cap, they had a luxury tax. And that the 49ers did this themselves where they just would defer contracts so they could keep a ton of talent on the roster. And then the NFL introduced the salary cap and said, all right, all that money's due. And he said it messed up the 49ers franchise for a decade.
Yeah, dude. I mean, obviously I wish the Braves would get Ohtani, but at the same time, dude, that is so much money. Like, I understand what the Dodgers are doing, for the next 10 years. They're paying him, $2 million or whatever it is over, each year. But at the same time, man, in the long run, that's going to hurt the organization big time. Big time.
Well, Braves just paid a couple of big players. You got Ozzie coming up for a contract in 26. I think Acuna comes up for a contract in 27. Couple more big name guys that you're going to have to pay over the next 5 to 7 years. And I don't think we're going to do deferment contracts for those.
No kidding.
You're going to need those funds.
Especially if you want to get top tier pitching too.
Yep.
I mean, Strider is going to be up for contract.
Braves have made a couple of good offseason moves. Couple of minor things here and there, just supplementing the roster. But my favorite so far is we acquired Jared Kalenic from the Mariners.
Yes.
Which I'm hoping he is going to put an end to this left field by committee thing we've been doing for the past 2 years.
100%. And he's a left-handed bat, too, which is great.
Let Ozuna go full-time DH. Yep. Don't ever let him sniff the field.
Rosario we've already
keep him around for a utility player. We're done with Rosario?
I think we're done with the Rosario.
Damn, dude.
Don't quote me on that. Somebody correct us. Drop it in the comments. I think we're done.
I like Rosario. I wanted to keep around as a platoon guy. I do like Pilar, though.
Yeah. Pilar's a damn good player.
Hopefully Pilar's sticking around.
Braves bullpen is looking really, really good, too. We picked up somebody in the rotation, but I'm drawing a blank on the name. But yeah, dude, I mean, high hopes for the Braves, man. Obviously, last season didn't finish the way we wanted it to, but at the same time, man, I mean, you got to have Braves fans got to be really optimistic for this upcoming season.
Oh, I mean, this is a team that is built to hang around. Like, we're not going anywhere. We're gonna.
You're still going to win 100 ball games next year.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, 90 plus is like the expectation.
Yeah, 100%, dude. I mean, anything below 90, 95 is going to be a failure to the season.
And winning the division or barely missing out by the Phillies.
I can't stand the damn Phillies.
I can't either, but I mean that's who's in our way right now.
Yeah, well, hopefully, next week's interview when that comes out, hopefully our good friend Logan Simmons makes his way up in the Phillies organization.
Yep,
is with the Phillies.
We're gonna get him to shave points.
Yeah, for the Braves, man, for the Braves, wow. Dude. So nothing has been officially said by the Patriots. But I've been seeing a lot lately that Bill Belichick is moving on from the Pats after the end of the season.
Hashtag Belichick to Falcons.
No, probably the Chargers.
Or does he... If I'm Belichick, I'm taking 2 years off and then coming back.
Wow.
He's just been coaching for such a long time. I feel like a couple of years of just like relaxation and... just like getting his rhythm back, I feel like would do him really good.
Well, he doesn't have anything in New England. I mean, he has not drafted great either, even though, he is the GM there in New England as well. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, Brady was his sole just piece, in my opinion.
I feel like Belichick saw Mac Jones as his next Brady, and he thought he had his dude, and it just hasn't been.
And Mac, if we had this podcast a couple years ago, man, I would have told you so many times that Mac Jones would have been a bust, and it's looking that way.
I mean that 2020 Alabama offense was so ridiculously talented all around him.
I know.
I mean, he just didn't have to do much. But I didn't think he was going to bust this bad. I thought he was going to be like a good mid-level starter.
Yeah, I mean, well, you never know. He could turn it around, man.
New OC can change everything. Yeah,
maybe a change of scenery, new OC, new head coach could really benefit Mac Jones. You never know.
Certainly could.
He doesn't have any weapons on offense.
Dude. No, the weapons have been terrible. Terrible.
Like, his number one receiver is Juju Smith-Schuster, like...
who's washed. Ezekiel Elliott washed. Ramondre Stevenson not going to help out in the passing game at all.
Had a lot of injuries too.
O-line's been bad.
Yeah, O-line's been real bad. Had a lot of injuries too. with Judon getting hurt and a couple on the defense too. But yeah, the last thing I got for general discussion is a little Army Navy, man.
That was a very exciting game.
Very good football game. I enjoyed watching it. And did you see how the over hit?
Was it a safety?
Safety at the end of the game. So you're sitting at, it is, what was the final score? Like 18-11 or something like that? 17-11? So basically what happened was...
Army, the Black Knights, if y'all were wondering, playing against the Navy midshipmen. It's just a little more taste of some of my many talents. I know Army did cover.
Army did cover. So what happened was the final score was 17-11. So the total was sitting at it was 26 and a half, right? So you're sitting at 26 points, 15-11. Last play of the game, Army's got the ball on like their half-yard line, and the quarterback just runs out in the back of the end zone for a safety for the time to run out and the over to hit.
That's brutal, dude. That's absolutely brutal. You know what I remember happening to me in March Madness, hypothetically, is I had a certain spread against TCU, and TCU was down by, let's say the spread was 6 points, TCU was down by 8, and one of TCU's players, as the clock was running out, hit like well over a half-court shot, like a 3/4 court shot, and didn't cover. I was upset.
Absolute bad beat.
I was going 6-0 allegedly.
Yeah.
And terrible beat. Absolutely awful.
Do you remember that one a couple years ago where like Nick Chubb broke one loose and the Browns
fell at the goal line?
Yeah. The Browns would have covered if he would have went in the end zone. I hypothetically had one last Super Bowl for Jerick McKinnon for an anytime touchdown in the Super Bowl. Like, why not? Odds were good. Why not? He was the guy on the last play of the game, pretty much last play of the game, for the Chiefs to run it in. He slid right before the goal line. Which it was the right move. It was the right move in that situation. It is the Super Bowl. That's what you should do. So great team player, but at the same time, like, punch it in, man!
You know what you should definitely do is DM him about it. I bet he'd care a lot.
Yeah, let's just get him on the pod, and I'll really speak my mind
Dude,
of why
just
he didn't
tear
get in the
into
end
it.
zone. Yeah. You know what? Tell your boys to stop dating Taylor Swift and these crazy-ass wives like Mahomes has, and let's play some football.
Dude, that is some interesting women those two have chosen.
No kidding, dude.
One thing I do love about watching NFL Red Zone is it was on the Chiefs-Bills game. Chiefs had just run a play, and the camera panned up to Taylor Swift in the box, and it immediately switched games. Like, they definitely did that intentionally.
Love it, dude. I'm tired of seeing her everywhere, man.
I know, it's just taking over, man.
Well, enough of Taylor Swift.
I had two more general things, just brief mention. The Hawks are now 9-13, I think. They're 1-6 in their last 7. So that's awful. They're winless in December so far. They are playing tonight, though. And the Hoop Dogs, still 6-3, took last week off, and they're playing High Point this weekend in Athens. High Point is 8-3.
Yeah, the Hoop Eagles are not good. They still have not won a game yet. They are 0-10. They lost last night to Tennessee by like 20 points. They did cover the spread, though.
How about that?
So, that's a plus. But, we've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. You're really going to know what this team is once we dive into conference play. New head coach. A lot of these guys are unfamiliar with each other. It's basketball. It's going to take time to actually build a culture there and have success.
Also, I do like throwing in a little bit of Mercer basketball. They're sitting at 3-6 right there.
Beat Georgia
So
State
far.
last night, didn't they?
And they did. Yeah, that was what I wanted to get in, is Mercer beat Georgia State 64-60 last night.
Let's go.
Big win for the boys.
Let's go. We are MU.
Did not know that was the chant. But
Yeah, it's terrible. When you go to basketball games there, it's awful.
Mercer basketball games are pretty fun to go to.
They're fun.
If it's a big game and Mercer's good.
Me and you went a couple years back, Georgia Southern Mercer game.
Yes, we did.
A little intoxicated.
Were we?
Yeah, we were.
I do remember sitting down preloaded. That was pretty cool. You want to hear something funny? So I did a little stuff for Mercer with their football program and did some basketball and some soccer stuff. So one game, I show up at the Mercer basketball game, and typically what I do is stats, but they said, dude, our floor mop guy just quit on us. Would you mind doing the floor mop this game? And at first I was like, oh, dude, I don't want to do the floor mop. And then I started doing it, and I got so into it.
I did it one time in middle school, and it was awesome, man.
Even the refs came up to me after the game because they knew it was my first time doing it. They're like, good job today. And I was like, you're damn right, dude. That floor was dry and spotless. I don't know what the other dude was doing down on the other side of the court, but my paint.
Dude, you know what we need to do? We need to try to both do that and just strap GoPros onto our chests and have live footage of us mopping the court.
Dude, I'm telling you, I legit got into it. I would have just run out there just so fast and just back in my seat.
It's kind of fun.
Oh, it was super fun. I had a great time with it.
Did you watch that? You remember at the beginning of the season when Barstool had that little invitational in Chicago and Loyola and a couple other teams played? Jersey Jerry was the floor mop guy, dude, and he was getting so into it. That's what that just reminded me of, dude. Jersey Jerry is hilarious, dude.
If y'all ever really want to have a laugh, I did the men's game. I think it was Mercer versus Chattanooga circa 2022, 2021. So, and then you can see me definitively on the side of the screen right there. Just
Killer mop guy.
Killer mop guy. So
Killer
good.
mop guy. Little chicken coop.
Yep.
The old chicken coop coming back again. Reliable. You know what? I was thinking about the other day. I was like, I haven't heard from Wright in a while.
I know.
Guys never even contacted me or anything, man.
Dude,
He doesn't even care about the pod.
definitely not drinking his hose water.
This is a real segment right here. Chicken Coop. Cooper Roberts, good friend, calling out of Savannah, Georgia.
You know what happened is I bet Statesboro cut off his tap water. He lost that access to the hose waters. It changes a man.
Come on, Coop dog. Just hyping him up.
Yo,
Coop!
We worried
What's
there.
going on?
It went like 4 or 5 rings. We were a little bit stressed.
no, you don't even gotta worry about me.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about old Wright Strickland, you know, how we had the right answer going and how unreliable he is and how reliable you are. So I was getting a little nervous on a couple rings.
I'm listening live. I have to give y'all fair.
Yeah.
What's new, Chicken Coop?
Nothing much, man. Just we are officially in bowl week.
Yes, we are.
We are. You heading up to Myrtle Beach?
I actually am not, just because this one alibi. This one, I'm going to the Jags game Sunday.
Dude, let's go. Sunday night football versus the Ravens. This is big.
Exactly. Gonna see Lamar and T-Law play.
This has got to be a big get-right game for Jacksonville, or I do not how we're looking moving forward.
And you know, I'm a Falcons fan, but you can't turn down Jags tickets. You know.
Well, dude, then this is for you. I am currently wearing a Falcons Michael Turner the Burner jersey.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
I'm currently wearing a Minshew Magic Jags jersey.
Okay.
We're all representing
jersey
everybody
episode?
else. Now you got to say you're wearing a Jets jersey.
Yeah.
I hate it. I'm not.
I'll loan you my Le'Veon Bell Jets jersey because I don't like wearing that one.
I need to get me a Joe Namath jersey.
Hey,
Oh, that would be big.
Broadway Joe. I have this Jamal Adams jersey that I like wearing from time to time, and everybody's like, Jamal Adams is trash, and I was like, yeah, but it's the greatest trade the Jets ever made.
Yeah, they did get a ton out of that.
Got Garrett Wilson, Elijah Vera Tucker, and I want to say Sauce.
That's crazy.
But Coop, we were just talking a little ball beforehand. You know, we talked a little bit about Ohtani, Bill Belichick, a little bit of college basketball, Army, Navy. You got anything for us on just general sports?
Dude, so did you see some of the details out of the Ohtani deal?
Yeah, we were just talking about it.
Yep.
So he doesn't get, or he's only getting like $2 million a year, and he gets the $680 at the end of the contract.
Yeah, we were talking about how like Bobby Vanilla Day is going to turn into Shohei Ohtani Day once he's done.
I think it said something along the lines of starting in 2034. I guess this is with the assumption he's retired by then. Starting in 2034 through 2045, he starts getting paid like lump sums every year.
I mean, when are we going to see somebody get paid $1 billion? This guy got paid almost $750 million, man.
Well, dude, I mean, it's I'm trying to think it happened with any of the live golfers. Many of them went over $1 billion.
Well, that's another thing wrong. You know, you see the live put the pressure on PGA this past week, you know, getting wrong.
Yeah, what is he getting? $500 million?
It's something crazy, but I mean, still, I mean, that's just because I know the live and PGA that's to December 31st to agree upon terms, and if they can't, then either the deal's dead or they extend the negotiation period. So,
Really? I didn't know that.
That's insane.
so that's from my understanding, that's how it is right now. So they're probably going to extend the negotiation period, but I could be wrong. Someone needs to fact check me on that one.
Yeah, for sure. Somebody drop in the comments for us. But yeah, dude. You know, Bama. Obviously, we don't want to talk anymore about that bullshit. But
Dude, I'm trying to go to the Rose Bowl, but it's going to be a little long trip.
yeah, dude. How
It's
do
a
you?
long trip for both
Yeah,
schools.
No kidding. No kidding. It would be a great time, though. I mean, it's freaking Rose Bowl.
Think about it. Michigan will be playing conference games here in the next couple of years.
That is wild.
Yeah, that's just like a bucket list stadium, too.
100%. But dude, how do you feel about this Saturday? Our Georgia Southern Eagles.
Well, Ohio's been getting hit by the portal pretty hard, so I'm starting to feel better. The line's been moving this week.
Yeah, man. I mean, we started at 3-point dogs. Now we're 3.5-point favorites.
That's a lot of line movement.
And I think I'm going to take them in my picks this week.
Okay, so
Nice.
let's go ahead and dive into the picks then, man.
Yeah, that's going to be my riskiest one. I think I like Southern -3.5 just because the portal news, and I think Clay Helton's got to win this one. I feel like just to make a big statement. Not saying he's in the hot seat, but I'm just saying. I mean,
To shut some people up.
Yeah, just show love, and
This
if we
helps
keep
a
making
lot.
bowl games that don't win, then that's when eyebrows get raised. So I think this is going to be a good win for him Saturday.
For sure. What else you got?
So that's my first one. I like Jackson State Saturday as well, -2.5 against the Raging Cajuns.
Okay.
And then I got to take the Falcons -3 against the Panthers Sunday.
Dude, freaking Coop missing 2 field goals. That was tough.
Yeah, I know. Right when he is the league leader, field goal percentage all time, and then he goes and does that.
I know, man. That was a tough game, but I got hope for the Dirty Birds, man.
Yeah, I did too. There's no way we're losing to the Panthers.
Dude, you just need the right coach, the right OC, and maybe another year of Ritter or take a QB in this draft. And I think the Falcons are ready to go. Their O-line is not bad. Their receiver room is not great, but they still have enough weapons. Dude, truthfully, I'm running a lot of Algier at tailback and Bijan working them around in different spots in the formations.
Run the pistol.
Run the pistol, dude. Run Bijan in the slot with Drake London and Kyle Pitts, and run Jonnu at the tight end. Get
Well,
your
you still got
playmakers,
Pitts, man.
Get your playmakers out there, dude. All
Pitts
at the
is
same time.
criminally underused. Man.
I feel like every time I watch the Falcons, you can correct me on this if I'm wrong, but you never see Pitts, London, Bijan, and Jonnu all on the field at the same time. And it's like, dude, why would you not want to cause problems for DCs by making them account for every legit playmakers? Yeah.
No, I mean, I 100% agree. 100%.
Well, people are still questioning Arthur Smith, why the hell have we not been using Bijan all year? Are we saving for the back end, load management type deal, make a playoff run? So
I don't
but if we
know,
want to get a
man.
good QB, I mean, I feel like we making a playoff run is not going to help us, be up on that board during on draft day getting a good QB. So it's just kind of, what do you do?
Yeah, I mean, Ritter is definitely not the guy. I don't think Arthur Smith is really the guy either, personally.
And see, some people hate Arthur Smith. I like him just as an offensive mind kind of guy, and I like it. But it's just there has been some times this year I'm like, okay, man, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I mean, he might be a great OC, but not every great coordinator is a good head coach.
Yep. Uh-oh. Call failed.
I lost you there.
Yeah, my phone said call failed. I don't know what happened.
We're back.
Yeah.
What I was saying was, not every coordinator is going to be a great head coach, and, that's not how things always shake out.
Agreed.
But, Coop, you got anything else for us before we get on out of here?
Chip. All I gotta say is Chip wants to say what's up, and he says y'all doing great on the pod.
Chipper is Cooper's dog, for people who do not know that. But Chip, thank you, buddy. You're the man. Hope everything's well in your golden retriever state.
He says appreciate it.
Hey, but we got the history coming out tomorrow. We're gonna dive into a little Pearl Harbor, since that was last week. So everyone stay tuned for that. And Cooper's gonna make his appearance on Zoom. So
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Face
Let's
reveal.
get it.
yeah, face reveal on Coop.
Let's go.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, appreciate it. See y'all. Keep drinking that hose water.
See ya.
Every day.
You heard the man. Keep on drinking the hose water.
That was the Chicken Coop with Cooper Roberts. Another
Chicken
great call
Coop.
in, as always.
I know, dude. I enjoy Coop's call in. Dude, so he was talking about going to the Jags game this week. You know, Jags kind of a disappointing loss to the Brownies this past Sunday. So what were your thoughts and takeaways on that game?
Jaguars lost in Cleveland 31-27 to Joe Flacco starting at quarterback. So that's something. Joe Flacco goes for over 300, 3 tutties, 1 pick. Honestly looked pretty good for being 38 years old.
Flacco was spinning the ball, man.
Dude, he was spinning it.
Yeah.
I mean, damn. Jags secondary is also not looking great right now.
Tyson Campbell's not been playing good lately.
Dude, he has been playing poorly over the past 2 to 3 games. And
But he had a great first half of the season.
He really did. I still, with my whole heart, believe that Tyson Campbell is like a top 5, top 7 young corner. Corner.
Top 15 in the league.
Yes, definitely a top 15 corner in the league overall. And he's just been playing very bad past couple of games. I don't know what it is. But got the Ravens Sunday Night Football in Jacksonville, teal out from top to bottom, except for the black lids per the usual.
Yeah, but the black helmets, they're sexy.
Oh, yeah.
They're sexy.
Got to keep those.
I like the all teal, man.
I love the all teal.
It looks
dude.
great. Dude.
It does look great. You know, I saw this on Twitter earlier today. What I really would love to see is they put the Santa hat on the Jaguar at midfield.
Yeah.
They did that a couple of years ago right around Christmas time. You know, not that it looks like super sick, but just nice and festive. Love it, dude. Ravens are 3-point favorites. Ravens are hot.
Yeah.
This has got to be a bounce back game. This can't be a blowout loss. I will accept if the Jags lose this close because I do think the Ravens are probably the best team in the AFC right now. Can't lose by 2 touchdowns or more. You got to be competitive in this game. Trevor was an absolute trooper. He did have 3 turnovers on Sunday.
The ankle, man.
But you can tell he was hurt, and he was still just playing hard out there.
Yeah.
So T-Law's still a dog.
So what do you think that needs to happen for the Jags to have a victory on Sunday night?
You got to reestablish the run game. We can't keep having these Travis Etienne days of 20 carries, 50 yards.
Yeah.
18 carries, 40 yards. That's been happening several weeks in a row now. You got to get up there in 4 yards of carry and stay on schedule and quit putting Trevor, while injured, in these 3 and long situations where they can just pin their ears back and rush him.
Put pressure on him.
Plus, you're playing against one of the best linebackers, if not the best linebacker in the league, Roquan Smith.
Yeah,
So,
Kyle Hamilton did get hurt at safety for them. That's a big loss.
that is a big loss.
I mean, the Ravens are still a damn good football team, like you said, probably the number 1 team in the AFC right now.
On defense, contain.
With
Don't let them hit explosive plays.
Yeah, I mean, Jags defense got to step up in a big way because it's just been first half of the year we're like, oh my god, like this defense is great, and last couple games, like you said, it's just been a little lull. I mean, they haven't been playing terrible.
The 49ers may have broke us.
Yeah.
Ever since that 35-3 game, we have not looked like the same team at all.
The Niners are just
There's about to be lots of former dogs in this matchup on Sunday. Got Roquan, Todd Monken coaching Ravens offense,
Yeah.
Trayvon Walker, Tyson Campbell. I think that's it. Still though,
Yeah, Jags don't have anybody on the O-line from Georgia.
negative. Wish they would. We whiffed on drafting Jamari Sawyer a couple of years ago. No,
Maybe Amarius Mims here soon.
Dude, I've been seeing there's this one Jags page. If you are a Jaguars fan, which I feel like most everybody listening is going to be Falcons, but his name is Generation Jag on Twitter. He's got really good stuff. Put out a mock draft. Had the Jags taking A.D. Mitchell, wide receiver out of Texas, at 26.
Okay.
And he's usually pretty good.
A full former dog.
This is also, a draft prediction in December, but
Yeah, we got a long time till that plays out, especially combines, pro days,
But
playoffs.
I will say I saw it, and I may or may not have gone and done a couple of mock drafts.
Yeah.
I got Jags taking either receiver, DB, or interior O-line with that first round pick.
Jets are going to draft O-line, probably tackle, I would imagine. It's first round. But yeah, dude, Jets, Jets. 33-6 victory over the Texans, man. It was 0-0 at halftime, which is unbelievable. CJ Stroud got hurt, concussion. Zach Wilson, 27 for 36, 301, and 2 tugs. Probably his best game of his career so far. Garrett Wilson, 9 catches, 108 yards. Wish he would have gotten in the end zone because I hypothetically had a little wager on that one. Very, very small. Very small. But the Jets look good, man. Breece Hall had a great game. I think he had 40 yards on the ground, maybe 60 receiving yards and a touchdown. I mean, he definitely had over 100 all-purpose yards in a tutty. Defense looked great, man. D-line's still insanely good, dude. He's starting to come around. He's not had a bad season at all, but he's been playing really, really solid lately. Really, really solid. You got the Dolphins in Miami coming up this weekend. I think Dolphins are like an 8.5 point favorite. I don't know how this one's going to go. If Tyreek doesn't play, it could be kind of wide open, but Tyreek Hill's just such a freaking game changer, dude. And putting pressure on Tua is going to be key. Because letting Tua have a clean pocket, Tua's going to make a clean throw.
If Tyreek doesn't play, that also helps me because I have Jalen Waddle on one of my teams.
There you go. Maybe a hypothetical Jalen Waddle anytime tutty or something like that.
That would be spicy.
But, it all depends on the Jets for offense production. Just put the ball in the end zone, man. And they finally did that. And I feel like it was a good thing just to let Zach go out there and sling it, man. F it, dude. Go out there and freaking sling the ball.
Let him do it.
Honestly, like, what does he and the Jets have to lose right now?
They don't have anything to lose, but they can spoil a lot for the Dolphins.
Exactly.
The Dolphins do have a good corner combo, though, than Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Howard.
100%. Like we talked about with the Jags, too, you got to I'd like to see us establish a run game a little bit more. Use Dalvin Cook a little bit more, which we have not been using him at all this year, which is fine. Breece Hall is a perennial running back in the NFL. I believe it. So he's a great player, but at the same time, I'd like to see 2 guys get over 50 yards rushing.
Yeah.
I mean, you get at least 100 plus on the ground, man.
Well, it just takes weight off of Breeze's shoulders.
100%.
When he doesn't have to run the ball 20, 25 times a game.
That, and it's going to take weight off Zach's shoulders because, limiting the turnovers is obviously key for him.
Yep.
And being able to punch the ball in the end zone is one thing that we've been struggling with, and you finally did that, and it was great to see.
JETS, Jets.
That's all I got on the NFL. You want to talk about the dogs? A lot of players in the portal for UGA, dude.
Dylan Raiola is 99% chance. The only reason I say 1% is because it's not official yet. This is all but a done deal. Is flipping his commitment to Nebraska.
Probably going to be a day one starter there now.
Georgia fans and Kyle McCord is no longer going to Nebraska.
Correct.
So that's something interesting there. Georgia fans have been melting down, saying we're the next Clemson, 2 natties and done. Kirby is not changing with the times. Fire Bobo. I don't even know. People have just been saying fire Bobo like if they stub their toe on their couch. Like, dude, Mike Bobo plays this year.
Undefeated season and you lose to Alabama
and
in the SEC
top
championship.
10 offense. Like, come on now.
Top 5 offense.
Top 5 offense.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But I also think that 2 things can be true. That Georgia took an L on this one, but that is not going to stop Georgia's roll.
No.
Georgia is built to win with, I hate to say it, above average quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I don't mean that as a knock to any of Georgia's quarterbacks, but more so, we're not going to have Heisman contenders. That's not the way we're built.
No.
We play team complementary football.
Georgia's never really had Heisman contenders. So.
No, they really haven't. I mean, that's just not the way that things are done. And you never see Georgia players with high sack numbers, high tackle numbers, all that stuff, because we play so many different guys. Georgia was 7th in the country this past year with snaps played by freshmen.
Yeah.
This is by a team that stayed number 1 throughout the entire season. I mean,
It's crazy, dude.
They just cycle people in 24/7.
I think Clemson was number 1.
Clemson was up there.
Yeah.
Losing Dylan Raiola is not going to stop this train. But at the same time, I do have concerns by Kirby Smart not willing to play the NIL game. I trust me, I like it because it is established. Georgia's culture, their locker room culture is all rock solid, and Kirby doesn't want to mess with that by throwing out 7 figures to guys that have never touched a college football field before. But at the same time, two things can be true. Georgia will continue to miss out on certain high-level talents because they're not willing to match.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think you can spend money elsewhere in the transfer portal. I think Dogs are going to be all right without Rayola. I mean, Carson Beck is probably going to return. He hasn't announced it yet, but it's looking that way. You still got Gunnar Stockton back there. You got Puglisi coming in, and you got the walk-on from Perry, who's actually pretty damn good. So, I mean, you still got they got some other guys in there, in the quarterback room. Obviously, I just don't know any names, but you have, including Puglisi, Gunnar Stockton, and Carson Beck, 3 solid quarterbacks, man.
You definitely do. So, going into 2024, moving forward with the assumption that Carson Beck is coming back, you're going into the season with 3 scholarship quarterbacks. I feel more comfortable with 4. It's possible they go and nab somebody out of the portal just to supplement that room a little bit, or possible that they find another recruit between now and signing day in February. But I still feel good about it. If Carson Beck is coming back, then that is really good. Georgia's going to be right in the mix again next year. If Gunnar Stockton is the dude in 2024, I stress a little bit only because of Georgia has a really tough first 5 weeks. You got to play.
Yeah, and lack of experience.
Alabama, Clemson, and Texas, 1 neutral site, 2 on the road,
Yeah.
and you don't want that for a first-year quarterback. But Georgia's going to be fine. You talked a little bit about Ryan Puglisi. I love Puglisi. Dude is an absolute competitor. Watch some of his little clips of interviews or little videos of him talking about competition. He loves that shit. So, a couple more names. The most recent portal departure for Georgia is Marvin Jones Jr., who played a lot of snaps for Georgia this year.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked on that, honestly.
I was rather shocked. Former 5-star, but he had a 5.9% pass rush win rate this year,
Really?
which is quite poor.
Yeah.
So, Georgia had several really, really good edge rushers come in last year's class. I feel okay there.
Well, it seems like the Dogs have a lot of young talent, too.
Do have a ton of young talent. I mean, that's what happens is you keep on bringing in these just studs every single year. Some of them are going to move off. Some of them are going to rise up and play early. Georgia's recruiting is not going anywhere. It's still got the number 1 class in the country. Everything's going to be okay. It's all going to be all right. Should have some good news coming on some portal additions here pretty soon. I feel like London Humphreys to Georgia from Vanderbilt receiver. It's all but a done deal. And I am hearing, don't take this and run with it, I'm hearing good things about Trevor Etienne, Florida running back, headed to the Dogs.
I've been seeing a lot of that. I feel like that is a high possibility of that.
There was a little bit of a hiccup because Georgia's bringing in 3 running backs in this upcoming recruiting class. So we'd have 6 scholarship guys without Etienne next year. But it seems as if whatever that was has been smoothed over, and we're hearing good things.
Yeah.
It's not a certainty. It's not a done deal. He still think I got some
Dogs are going to be fine.
several other offers. But yeah, we should have some good news coming here in the next couple of weeks. Kirby doesn't let bad news last too long.
100%, man. Transfer portal is really starting to ramp up right now.
Oh yeah.
Got anything else on the Dogs? All I'm going to say is they're going to be fine.
Orange Bowl versus Florida State, December 30th. We'll do a little better preview as we get a little bit closer.
Yeah, no, definitely. We'll do, obviously around Christmas and New Year's it'll get a little sticky, but we'll definitely do a pod pre-Christmas and post-Christmas.
Maybe we'll do a little more extensive preview of Orange Bowl next week, and then we'll do a good Georgia Southern recap too.
Yeah, that'll be good. Because, and hopefully coming out on Saturday, we have to win first. Me, and unfortunately Alec cannot make it to the game, but me and our good friend Wilson Andrus are going to have a little post-game little show afterwards via our hotel room in Myrtle Beach. So, pending on a win. If we lose, we're probably not going to be feeling up to it. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just to stay on that track, dude. I mean, we'll definitely.
Oh, Wilson's second appearance on the show.
Yeah, Wilson numbered second appearance. First, non-interview. So Willie's gonna have a big show day.
Dude, free reign. Let him just get on there
Let
and
him
roll.
cook.
Yeah, let him cook.
Oh man, but yeah, to stay on the Georgia Southern track, you do have Ohio this weekend, 3.5 point spread. Ohio's had a lot of guys transferring, but it's going to depend on Davis to have a clean game. And last year in the bowl game, unfortunately, we had a couple turnovers, and that's pretty much why we lost the game. But, Davis did not have a great month in November. It's the last game of his college career. Look for him to bounce back in the right way. And,
well, dude, I mean, just turning the ball over to that extent, he's had good little stretches where it's just, 0 turnovers, maybe 1 a game, something like that. And then he'll just have like these 2 to 3 game little stints where he's just coughing it up 2 and 3 times every game. Yeah. And it puts your defense in such a bad situation too.
100%.
Talk about not, or giving up points for your offense. It makes the defense look a whole lot worse than what they're playing because they're dealing with short fields and momentum and got to take care of it.
Well, especially when you get in big time conference play and in bowl games and stuff like that. Like you can't have that. Like App State, when I can go on a tangent. But big news though, Tyler Fromm from Warner Robins, Georgia, right down the road from us. He is committed to Georgia Southern. 6'5" tight end, 245. He was a 4-star out of high school, number 10th tight end nationally. He was number 24 overall player in the state of Georgia. 1 year of eligibility left, and he is coming from Auburn.
Dude, I think he's going to be a big piece of that offense.
Big pickup, man. I mean, especially you're losing J.J. McAfee and Keaton Upshaw, which I think it was a dumb move by Keaton Upshaw declaring for the draft and forgoing his last year eligibility, but I'm obviously not making that decision. At the same time, Tyler Fromm, I have high hopes for them. He's going to be an immediate impact player and going to be a day one starter for the Eagles.
I think as a plug-and-play type of dude, he's got good run blocking, obviously coming from Auburn with a run-heavy offense.
Yeah.
I think he's a really good pass catcher, but was underutilized at Auburn. You put him in a pass-heavy offense, let him go.
100%, man.
Let him cook, the kids would say.
Let him cook. And another key pickup is offensive tackle Kyle Frazier. I want to say 6'3", 6'4", 300 around there, 310. Not exactly sure. He's a tackle. He can play a little bit of interior too. I'm not sure how we're going to utilize him either at guard or tackle, but I see him being in the mix on that offensive line this upcoming year.
If anything, just good depth.
100%, man. 100%. I want to say 2 more years of eligibility left.
Good stuff.
But I could be wrong. So I thought that was a good pickup, just like you said, building depth. I think that's key, and we talked about it in the last couple episodes, is just how the Eagles need to build the offense and defensive line and how these games are won in the trenches. You go back to the SEC championship. We talked about that for a long time.
Yep.
These games are won in the trenches, and Georgia Southern is already on the right track of building depth there. Of course, it's the 13th. We are now a week out away for the first signing day, too. So we're really going to see how we're going to build depth in the trenches here in the next couple of weeks.
Dude, great stuff. Big things happening for the Eagles. We still love Coach Helton, even though he has wrongfully come under fire from a lot of fans. He's going to have things getting rolling.
And after the new year, we're hoping for him to come on the pod.
Yep. Need a good signing day.
Yeah.
Need to secure a good class.
100. I think we will. It's already the projections. If everything goes right and we don't lose anybody, this is going to be the highest graded class in Georgia Southern history.
That's big. That's monumental.
And that's just high school players, man. We're not factoring in transfers here.
Mm-hmm.
You can bring in. I mean, we got a SEC transfer coming in, man. I mean, who's to say we can't get 1 or 2 more of I'm not saying SEC guys, but I'm just saying Power 5 guys in general, no matter the position. So, big things are happening in Statesboro, and they just announced a Cole Swindell concert
I saw that.
Yeah, on the banks of beautiful Eagle Creek. And yeah, dude, so what's going to happen is I think people are working on getting a golf tournament going on that Friday, which would be fun time. You're really going to enjoy this weekend because you need to come to this, honestly.
I'm the vibes guy on the scramble team.
So, me too. I'm the music guy.
Yeah.
So I've been hearing maybe a little bit of golf tournament. I don't think anything's official yet. Friday night, have a reverse raffle, do a little auction, and a little get together for the EFAA. Saturday, spring game. Saturday night, Cole Swindell concert.
And this concert has something to do with NIL Collective, right?
All proceeds are going to the NIL Collective.
Love to hear that, dude. That's a loyal dude right there. Cole Swindell has been a good Georgia
Dude,
Southern fan.
No kidding. I mean, I for one, I don't really listen to his music like that on a regular basis, but I do love the way that he supports Georgia Southern and always willing to give back, number one, and always show support and show his face when he can in Statesboro.
He's always got that GS hat on.
Always, man. I mean, he's a real just Eagle fan, man. Like I just love people like that. Even when they get famous, they still know where they come from. They still know their roots. Like you look at Luke Combs with App State, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Luke Bryan, you know, he does Georgia and Georgia Southern, you know what I mean?
I feel like he's kind of less Georgia Southern in the dust a little bit.
For sure. But it's always good to see people know where they came from.
100%.
You know, Dingus McGee's, you got to know where you came from. You know what I mean?
I'm sure Cole Swindell remembers some good times in there.
Oh,
Anything else on the Eags?
I do not. You want to jump into the gambling corner?
Let me cut this Spotify real quick, and then we'll start afresh with the gambling corner.
2 seconds, people. Bear with us. So I'll kind of we'll chat. So yeah, guys, tomorrow we're going to do a little history on Pearl Harbor. And we've got an interview coming out next week with Logan Simmons. He is in AA for the Philadelphia Phillies.
All right, ready to start with the corner?
So now, let's dive into the old gambling corner. I will start us off. I went 3-1 last week. And only one that didn't cover was the Ravens, man. Had them -6.5, and they won by 6.
That's brutal.
Talk about a bad beat, man. And they went in OT. Did you see how that game ended?
Punt return?
I know. That was crazy. It was a damn good football game. So I was like, all right, like, I didn't lose any money because I hypothetically bet it, you know what I mean? In my dome. But dude, if I'm going to lose a hypothetical wager, I think that's kind of the way to lose it right there.
Well, dude, if you're not hypothetically doing it and you're in a legal state, you got to look at it like this. That's a pay-per-view game.
Yeah.
Like, I just paid $20 to watch a good overtime game.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, cool.
In some of these cases, like you got Bender and John Ewing and all those guys, dude, they'll throw like $2K on that shit, dude.
Yeah, I'm not paying that for pay-per-view.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'll hear about it later.
So I 3-1 last week. I hit the Cowboys -3. Damn, they look good, bro. They got Buffalo in Buffalo this weekend. I hit that teaser with with Army, had over 21, and Army, like, I don't even know what it was on the teaser, and then I had Army on the spread. So I'm 22-26 on the year.
That was a big week for you.
Yeah, I'm fighting back to get above 500 hard right now, dude. So it was a much needed week, and look for a 3-0 week coming up, man. First thing I got, New Mexico State -3.5. They are playing.
That's the Aggies, by the way. I'll never stop.
New Mexico State Aggies are playing Fresno State -3.5 in the Isleta, New Mexico Bowl.
Home game.
So, yes, a home game for New Mexico State.
Pretty much a home game, I guess.
No, it is in their stadium.
Oh, it's in their stadium.
But they are the away team for that game. But, yeah.
Oh, that balances the playing field.
I wonder if they're going to make him use the away team locker room.
Yeah, that would be so funny. Oh my gosh, that'd be so funny. That's wild. What was the sponsor of that game?
Isleta.
What is that?
Isleta. Jamie, come on, pull it up.
Yeah, what is Isleta?
I don't know.
I thought it was gonna be like a brand of lettuce or something.
Oh, it's a casino, resort and casino in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, you know what they say. You know, I've said it out through the course of the last month or so. When your team goes on a little skid and you bet them every single time and they don't cover for a month, what do you do for the last game of the year?
Keep betting on.
You keep on betting the Eagles, baby. Georgia Southern -3.5.
Yep.
In the Myrtle Beach Bowl against Ohio.
Bobcats.
Thank you. And last thing I got, we were talking before the show, we were talking about little prop bets. I got Caleb Hood over 66 yards. I think it's -135, -140. So pretty good odds right there. So if you really want to get a little juice, parlay it. Who knows? Let's go. Hammer it. That's all I got for us this week. Look for a 3-0 week to get back at 25-26.
All right. Well, last week we bet on some strange things because we were looking to change up the mojo. Had gone 2-1 for 6 weeks in a row, and we did change up the mojo in a bad way. Went 1-2. Cowboys was my only hit, and then I foolishly bet on, allegedly, some minor and men's basketball and FCS football. Was just looking for change up the vibe. Didn't work, but we're back 26-18 on the year. Not too bad. And this week I have something special. I want to see a 0 in the loss column. So I'm going one bet. One bet to rule them all. It is Jahmyr Gibbs over 50.5 rushing yards versus the Broncos. Get right game for the Lions, who have been on a bad streak past couple of weeks. And I have Jahmyr Gibbs on my fantasy team. And I need him to freaking pop off against a lackluster Broncos team.
Book it.
Book it.
1-0
week, and then we're back to 3 picks a week.
So, our good friend, celebrity guest picker, Gavin Bloodworth, a.k.a. The Bullfrog, texted me from the lily pad today and sent me some picks. He is back again. First thing he got is a Minnesota Vikings +3 on the road against the Bengals. Pretty sure the Vikings are starting...
It's not Dobbs.
No.
I don't know. There's going to be some weird quarterbacks starting the NFL this week.
It's Nick Mullins.
Nick Mullins.
They're starting Nick Mullins. So
Mississippi State guy? Used to be on the 49ers? That Nick Mullins?
he definitely did used to be on the 49ers. I don't know where he... Southern Miss.
Southern Miss. Never mind.
He
I might have been thinking of Nick
He
Fitzgerald.
holds a single season. Nick Fitzgerald did go to Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Had that gruesome leg injury at the end of his career, like snapped his shin in half.
I remember he was the quarterback when Mississippi State came to Athens.
Yeah.
They were ranked relatively high.
It was flea flicker.
Flea flicker
I was
game.
at that game.
Flea flicker game.
I was at that game.
We gave him a good beat down that game.
Yeah, it was a dicey weekend for me. I'll tell you off air.
Okay, we'll go off air.
It was a good football game. You know, I guess all I'm going to say is on air is, ex-girlfriends.
Oh, jeez.
But anyway, Nick Mullins broke Brett Favre's single-season school passing yards record and touchdowns at Southern Miss.
Interesting.
So maybe Nick Mullins is illegally laundering money through the state of Mississippi.
It's possible, dude.
So Bullfrog, last thing he's got for us is the Buffalo Billies -2.5 at home versus the Cowboys.
Kind of surprised they're favored in that one.
Well, it's in Buffalo. It's one of the
Cowboys aren't
hardest
used to
places to
play in
play.
the cold.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So, my thing is, did you see that like Jared Goff's like stat splits when they play indoors versus like
It's probably
in
terrible
cold
outdoors,
weather?
isn't he?
Awful. awful, dude. But they're back at home.
Well, he's a Cali boy.
Yeah, they're back at home, so they're in under the roof. So, you want to introduce old Pepe?
Pepe's weekly 6-pack straight off the...
4-pack.
4-pack?
4-pack.
Forgot we went down to 4-pack. Off the zero-turn Toro. That thing cuts like a fine blade across, and Pepe gives the locks. What's he got?
So he went 1-1 last week, and he is 31-30 on the year. So just above the win column. Just 1-1 last week. He's still got the Ravens Super Bowl pending. So recap that one at the end of the year. So first thing he's got for us is Montana plus 1.5 against North Dakota State in the FCS semifinals. Should be a damn good football game. On the other side of the FCS semifinals, to give a little update, you got South Dakota State versus University of Albany. So South Dakota State minus 21-point favorites. We're looking to see maybe a South Dakota State and Montana FCS championship here.
What is going on with FCS football in the northern United States? And why are there
South Dakota and North Dakota, dude?
Why are there so many good teams up there? South Dakota, the primary university of South Dakota, and South Dakota State both made the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know about North Dakota, but North Dakota State's been, on these unreal runs.
Yeah.
Montana is really good. I want to know what's going on up there. Something is afoot.
Something's in their hose water, man.
They must be drinking that hose water, even though it's probably frozen year-round.
Yeah. So next, Pepe's got New Mexico State minus 3.5 against Fresno State. Then he's got the Pac Show minus 3.5 as well at home against the Buccaneers.
Interesting.
And then he's fading Young Bullfrog and taking the Bengals minus 3 at home versus the Vikings. So that's what Pepe's got in store for us, man. We got a lot of juicy picks here. I mean, I don't know. I see maybe one loser on the board, and that's either the Bengals or the Vikings. The rest of them are winners to me.
Yep.
It's all hypothetical.
Big winners.
Who's your winner?
Oh, speaking of winners, my winner of the week is myself. That's right. Had a big day in fantasy football on Sunday. I think I might have mentioned this before. I'm in 5 fantasy football leagues this year. That's not how I intended it, but it just happened. Life gets in the way.
You make the playoffs in all of them?
I am going to make the playoffs in 4. I'm a top 3 seed in 3 of them. And then in my 5th one, this upcoming week, it's the final week of the regular season, and I can get in the playoffs with a win.
Okay.
So I very well could be in all 5 leagues in the playoffs, and I have a decent chance to win 2 of them.
I am out of the playoffs in my Dynasty League, and with an L this past week, I am out of the playoffs in my other league. I started off with 6 wins and 3 losses, and I'm now 7-7.
That's tough.
It's been a brutal last month or so of fantasy football, honestly.
The biggest comeback that I made.
But my Dynasty League, one interesting thing we do a loser's bracket. So like you got to win the loser's bracket to secure the number 1 pick. So wherever you finish in the loser's bracket, it's not like where you finish like standings wise. It's where you finish in the loser's bracket determines your seedings.
In my dynasty, the winner of the loser's bracket gets a 2nd round consolation pick. So it would be like round 2, pick 13.
Do y'all do 3 rounds?
For the rookie draft, we do 4.
Okay, see, we do 3. So, but still, like, that's actually a good idea. Yeah, dude, I am outscoring my opponents 1,709 points versus 1,590. And I'm 7-7 in this league.
That's tough. In one of my leagues, I started 2-4 and then finished 9-5 with the most points scored against me far and away in the entire league.
Do you know what really sucks? Is that Matt Muse is ahead of me and Dylan Rosado and Bullfrog.
That's all right. My little sister is in the playoffs in our family league.
Oh.
No, Jimmy, if you're watching, we didn't miss that. We saw Kristen beat you to get into the playoffs. Did not miss that one.
Yeah, dude. So my Dynasty League, we are in massive rebuild stage right now. So, but it's all right. We blew up last year, and we've battled a lot of injuries. Like I had Justin Jefferson in my other league. In my Dynasty League, dude, I've had Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb was a backbone of my squad. And then I had Dalvin Cook last year, backbone of my squad. And dude, I've had injuries left and right. Josh Allen turning the ball over. Like at the beginning of the year, I had Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen. I was like, okay, like we're sitting good, man. And
Yeah.
here we are.
In my Dynasty League, I am a bit in between right now. So I'm in the playoffs as a 5 or a 6 seed. So I don't really feel great about winning it because there's a couple of teams above me that are like really, really good. And I also have a pretty solid young core. So I'm trying to decide, I think it depends on how I'll finish in the playoffs about kind of going a little more rebuild route next year or for the rookie draft, trading away some guys for some picks.
Yeah.
Or do I want to, am I going to be a buyer or a seller?
Yeah, I've got a lot of young guys too, and I've got 4 picks and 3 rounds this upcoming year, 2 in the first round. So
That's big.
yeah, I'll take that. And my winner of the week, Zach Wilson, man. I feel like that's really enough said, man. Had the best game of his career. So
Yep.
shout out Zach and the Jets. Who's your loser?
Nice. College football fans, because we're all getting shafted right now. Transfer portal. All right. Nothing is, I'm not saying any of this in totality. There are pros and cons to everything. But just the way I'm sitting right now and to the people I talk to on a regular basis, expanded playoff, NIL, transfer portal, it's all bullshit. And we're getting effed over.
Yeah.
The fans are. Just at the expense of money. Everybody is greedy. Everybody wants more. Money. Me first, team second. You're seeing it everywhere, across the board. I understand a lot of y'all are going to be in the opinion of go get your bag. You know, nothing is certain. Put yourself first. And I understand that. But at the same time,
It's a team sport.
it's a team sport.
For sure. Money's ruined college football.
If you want to be a solo act, go run track. Or, I mean, go be an Olympic athlete or something.
Yeah.
Like, you're in a team sport, commit to your team. I'm not even talking about Rayola here, dude. I'm talking about, like, and I mean, this, like, talking about ETN transferring to Georgia. I mean, back when I was younger, I would never think of a Florida player transferring to Georgia.
Hell
or
no.
vice versa. Georgia's already sent 2 to Florida. Brenton Cox and Jalen Kimber.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, man. My loser of the week is the underbetters in the Army-Navy game. Talked
That's-
about a little bit about that earlier.
So tough.
Yeah, dude. I mean, dude. I saw this one clip of Big Cat watching the game, dude, and he had the over, and he was freaking out. I was listening to the Yak today, and they were talking about Pamplin, and they were like, Big Cat, like on a normal like college football Saturday, because he's like, I prefer college football over NFL. And he's like, on a normal college football Saturday, like, how many bets would you have on any given day? Like a big Saturday. He's like, probably at least 30. I was like, good God. He's like, probably like anywhere from like 30 to 50 bets a day.
Dude.
And I was like, dude, like, bet the whole board. Why don't you, man?
My heart rate would be so high all day long.
Dude.
But he's also got money to throw around.
Yeah. I mean, he's been gambling for a while.
Actually, Jamie, aka me, I want to know how much Big Cat like makes a year.
What's his net worth?
Yeah.
I'll do PFT's net worth.
As of 2023, Big Cat has an estimated net worth of $2 million.
Same with PFT. They're saying they, per episode of Pardon My Take, they make around 150K.
That's crazy.
One day, Al. One day.
One day, if y'all subscribe and like and comment.
Oh, dude. Before we get into, I guess it's not really a Mount Rushmore, but before we get into it, I did see something. Hold up.
Goodness gracious.
Just a little toot. I did see something the other day. I was listening that on macro dosing, Big T and Arian Foster and PFT were naming like just random college football players or just NFL players. Do you want to like do that for like a minute or two, see how many we could get? Do you want to do NFL or college?
College.
Okay. Any team. Should they kind of made it difficult and either picked a guy from the same school of the guy that you named or a teammate in college or pros?
Okay. Can I start?
So like if I said Tim Tebow, you could say Aaron Hernandez. Then I could say Tom Brady. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you
Okay.
could say Charles Woodson. You see what I mean?
I got you. Can I start?
Go ahead.
Trace McSorley.
Ooh. Micah Parsons.
Brandon Cooks.
Ooh. What college did he go to?
Oregon State.
Tyreek Hill.
I was trying to think of a Coffee County high school player.
They just got to have a relation as the player.
Xavier Howard.
Ooh. What college did he go to?
I don't. Is he a Bama guy?
Baylor. Sean Oakman.
Bryce Petty.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's a good one. That's a Jets
Yeah.
guy too. Fuck. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
What is that, number 8?
Yeah. Dude, he was there when Baylor went undefeated or 11-1 in the regular season when Baylor and TCU were having that crazy game.
See, I can go like a number of avenues right here because I could either say like Jets. I'm definitely going to do a player on the Jets, but I kind of want to do a difficult one. Christian Hackenberg.
Penn State guy, right?
Yeah.
Back to Saquon Barkley.
Okay, Saquon. Tommy Cutlets.
Tommy Cutlets. Wandale Robinson.
Oh, Matt Breida.
Jared McKinnon.
Okay. J.J. Wilcox. Played for the Cowboys. George Southern.
I was about to say Dak Prescott, but I was trying to... Javon Curse.
Ooh,
I
okay.
don't know what college he went to, but you can keep going off the Cowboys field.
Tony Romo.
Trayvon Diggs.
Miles Austin.
Miles Austin, dude. What a good one. Ryan Switzer.
Ooh, okay. He went to UNC, right?
Yeah.
Trubisky.
Chase Claypool.
Ooh. What school did he go to? Did he go to USC?
Notre Dame.
Manti Te'o.
Played on the Chargers. Kenneth Murray.
Ooh. Austin Eckler.
Quentin Johnston.
Max Duggan.
Trayvon Boykin, TCU guy.
Ooh, okay. LaDainian Tomlinson. Chargers and TCU guy.
Drew Brees, Chargers.
Ooh, okay. Jimmy Graham.
Dude, see, this would be great if I knew one of his basketball teammates. Then we could really get off track here.
Let's try to stump each other until somebody loses.
Marshawn Lattimore.
Cameron Jordan.
Matthew.
Oh, what was their quarterback's name that started off at Georgia? Doesn't matter, Jamar Chase.
Zach Mettenberger.
There it is, Odell Beckham Jr.
Eli Manning.
Okay. Plaxico Burress.
Victor Cruz.
Ooh. Mario Manningham.
David Tyree.
Ooh, Michael Strahan.
Oh, what was the barber's name? Rondé Barber.
Jeremy Shockey.
Kellen Winslow.
Ooh, a Miami teammate too. Greg Olson.
Ed Reed.
Ray Lewis.
Joe Flacco.
Ooh, Terrell Suggs.
Another Ravens player. Humphrey. Corner. No.
Marlon Humphrey, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give it to you.
That's right on the edge.
Elvis Dumerville.
Devin Duvernay.
Ooh, okay. J.K. Dobbins.
Ben Cleveland.
Ooh, okay. Odell Beckham Jr. I'll change it.
We're full circle.
Rashad Bateman.
Rashad Bateman. Tanner Morgan. Minnesota quarterback for Rashad Bateman.
I think you win, bro.
I don't know where Tanner Morgan is now.
Yeah, I'm not, because I said we were going to look it up on the phone. You won.
Good game.
Good
dude.
shit,
I like
dude.
this
That
game.
was good.
I like this game.
I think we should. Okay, let's play again.
Okay.
This time, no winners. Georgia players. In the next. Let's see how many we can name in the next 2 minutes.
I got a spicy one.
Go.
Logan Gray.
Ooh, Quavon Hicks.
Faton Bauta.
Ooh, Brennan Douglas.
Jonathan Ledbetter.
Ooh, Malcolm Mitchell.
Raylan Wilson.
Champ Bailey.
David Pollock.
Boss Bailey.
Charlie Trippy.
John Stinchcomb.
Herschel Walker.
Matt Stinchcomb.
Buck Ballou.
David Green.
Terrence Edwards.
Noshawn Marino.
Terrell Davis.
Tavares King.
Roquan Smith.
Isaiah Crowell.
Greg Blue.
Ooh, that's a good one, dude. That's a good one. Chris Conley.
David Andrews.
Ooh. Arthur Lynch.
Ben Jones.
Ooh. Are we considering? Okay, no current.
Okay, I did do one current. Fair.
Okay. Then I'll do one current prop hours.
Ben Jones.
You already said Ben Jones.
Oh, shit.
Go again.
Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Wynn.
Ben Cleveland.
Charles Johnson.
N'Kobe Dean.
Alec Ogletree.
Stetson Bennett.
Ooh, Roquan Smith.
Xander Ogletree.
Ooh, Trayvon Walker.
Lorenzo Carter.
Oh, that's a good one. Rodrigo Blankenship.
Malcolm Mitchell.
Jack Podlesny.
Aaron Murray.
Joe Cox.
Lynn Swan.
Grayson Lambert.
Isaac Nada.
Jake Fromm.
Oh, dude, Reggie Davis.
Brandon Boykin.
Brandon Smith.
Matt Stafford.
Josh Harvey Clemens.
Muhammad Massaquoi.
Rico McGraw.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's a gross one, isn't it?
Okay, that's all I got. That was 2 minutes, dude.
Oh,
dude. Damn, that was a lot.
That was a lot of just out there players.
I know, dude. We gotta keep on doing this.
Dude, hit him with the Rico McGraw. What y'all know about that?
I think.
What do the youngins know about Rico
I know.
McGraw?
Kirby Smart.
Oh, dude, my next one was Bakari Rambo.
Oh, dude! Oh my gosh! Bakari Rambo was so freaking good,
Such
dude.
a good safety. Such a hard hitter.
Bakari Rambo was a beast, man. Dude, we gotta keep on doing this. We got to.
I like this. Big fan of this.
How far can you go with Georgia Southern players?
Georgia Southern players, probably not near as far as you.
Can we just go and I'll riff?
Yeah.
Kyle Van Treese,
J.J. Wilcox,
Young Wei Koo,
Jarrett McKinnon,
Tyler Bass,
Adrian Peterson, the real AP.
Matt Breida.
I'm going to embarrass myself if we keep going.
Matt Breida.
I do. There's so many.
Wesley Fields, Fabian Upshaw, Kevin Ellison, Tracy Ham, spicy one, Brent Russell, the Man Bear Pig. I've showed you pictures of him.
I think so.
He's crazy. Terry Harvin. Yeah, dude, I could honestly keep on going. We don't have to sit here and do this. I could do this for the next 10 minutes.
That's impressive. I feel like with Georgia Southern, I just didn't grow up watching them that much, so I just don't have like all that memory bank. Like I can go players that when I was in college and players now.
Yeah. You can name a lot of players now, for sure. Dude, so you kind of sprung up this, not really a Mount Rushmore, but I guess you explain it.
It's kind of a Mount Rushmore, but we're just doing our death row meal.
So if you're sitting on death row, great song by David Allan Coe, by the way.
Yep.
If you're sitting on death row, like we did a beer of choice, a liquor drink of choice, a TV show of choice, a movie of choice, appetizer, main course, dessert.
3 courses, 2 drinks, and entertainment for a couple hours.
You want to go or you want me to go?
I'll go ahead and go. Starting off, my appetizer, crab cakes. My main is a filet. My dessert, chocolate chip cookies. Dude, I'm a sucker for some just good homemade chocolate chip cookies. My 2 beverages, Jameson Black Barrel and Canada Dry Ginger Ale. Yes, it needs to be Canada Dry.
Has to be Canada Dry.
And I make it stiff, please. Modelo with a lime is my ale of choice. And then for my entertainment, Star Wars Revenge of the Sith.
You have a TV show?
TV show. I'm blanking on my all-time favorite TV show right now. You go ahead and go.
Okay.
I'll give my TV show at the end.
One word response. I know this is technically not a one-word response, but just because we're cousins and I know you, typical. People who don't know you might have a different.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
That's my stuff right there. Those are the things that I like.
So for me, I'm going to start off an appetizer with a good Caesar salad, man, with a lot of croutons. I love the croutons. Let them get underneath that Caesar a little bit. Little soggy crouton with the Caesar all over it. Bingo. So, main course, I want a filet with the crab cake on top of it, dude. Bull and Barrel has one, and they call it the Crown Filet, and you can get it all over the place too. Oh my gosh, so damn good. With the side of asparagus and garlic mashed potatoes. With the potato skins in the mashed potatoes. Very serious about that. With the dessert, I call it the big cookie, but it's basically just your frying pan with a big ass cookie on the bottom with cookies and cream, ice cream, and whipped cream on the top. If you're feeling a little spicy, maybe a little bit of M&Ms too, some sprinkles. You never know. A drink, Leinenkugel Summer Shandy is my beer of choice. And the liquor drink of choice is a Moscow Mule with Buffalo Trace. And that mule better have some mint leaves in it too. and a lime, of course. No, don't get the lime juice. No. Get your classic ginger beer poured in there. You put a lime wedge in there, not a slice, a wedge. And then the mint leaf.
Yep.
Movie of choice, Reservoir Dogs. Quentin Tarantino's first ever movie he made. Very, very good movie. I cannot recommend it enough. And then TV show just for sheer entertainment, The Office. I've watched it a million times. I can sit there. That's just one thing. I can sit there and just watch for hours. That, and honorable mention for that is That 70s Show.
Lavish.
Good vocab.
Thanks.
Good vocab.
Lavish. Oh, I thought of my TV show. So the route I went for my movie, my TV show is like, I just want to have some fun. Like I'm not going for my most critically acclaimed stuff here. So it's
Fair.
Star Wars and Entourage.
Okay.
Entourage.
So it is really hard for me of not putting The Sopranos on there. Just for old Tommy Cutlets, baby. Oh, forget about it. Forget about it. Dude, his agent.
Oh my gosh.
They had an interview. He interviewed with somebody. I think it was like NFL Network or something. They were like, "What does this mean?" He was like, forget about it." And I was like, "This is the most Italian guy I've ever seen." Dude.
He just looks like, dude, with the big coat and the hat, the fedora. Come on.
Yeah. Dude, I saw this thing on Twitter. It was a meme. It was like threads of it's a picture of DeVito's agent, like on the phone, and there was a picture below it, and it was Chrissy and Polly in the woods, like freezing. I saw Polly on the phone. It's like, T, no good, man. T, come on, God, dude.
Great show. Great show.
Rest in peace, James Gandolfini.
I know.
I mean, and the guy that played Paulie died this past year too. It's pretty sad. I highly recommend watching The Sopranos.
I have in my notes my top 19 TV shows of all time.
Okay.
Would you like to hear them?
Give me your top 5.
Let me look at them real quick.
Okay. I'll go my top 5.
Yeah, go ahead.
No particular order. Sopranos, The Office, That 70s Show. I'm gonna have to put Game of Thrones in there. And oh gosh, this is tough. This is really tough. I'm gonna have to say Better Call Saul.
Good one.
I do love Breaking Bad, but I really enjoyed Better Call Saul. I don't know why. I liked it better. Now, is Breaking Bad a bad show? No. They're probably sitting there at number 6 or 7. So
Definitely top 10.
yes.
My top 5, no particular order. Game of Thrones, Sopranos, Entourage, Breaking Bad. I can't not say Entourage like Michael.
See, I've never seen it.
That one episode of The Office where he's talking about Entourage.
Yeah.
I can't not say it like that. Anyways. Thrones, Sopranos, Entourage, Breaking Bad, and Eastbound and Down.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's probably one of my favorite comedy shows of all time.
Could you say Hard Knocks is a TV show?
Yeah.
Because I freaking love Hard Knocks, dude.
For sure.
I love Hard Knocks, especially this past year because the Jets were on it, dude. I've been watching the in-season one here and there. I just can't keep up with it because it's with the Dolphins. I don't like the Dolphins.
I wish they do one with the Jaguars so bad.
It's so tough for me.
I feel like we actually got like a good culture in Jacksonville now.
Yeah.
Like we'd probably make for a good show.
Yeah, dude, it was a great show for the Jets, and it just ended so poorly on week 1. So, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You got anything else for us before we get on out of here?
Dude, just keep on living life, drinking that hose water.
Yeah, it was a great episode 14. Logan Simmons' interview is going to come out next Wednesday. And that's a really good one. He's in the farm system for the Philadelphia Phillies. I think he's in currently AA. He might have finished up in AAA. I'm not sure. A good friend of the pod, he is from Macon, Georgia, went to Tapnell Square. And tomorrow, stay tuned for a little hose history.
Hose history.
Hose history number 2. We're going to be diving into Pearl Harbor. If you want to watch the first one, go back to episode 12. And at the end, you can skip to the very end and watch the first one where we talked about Operation Paperclip.
Yep.
So I don't know if we're going to keep on doing this every week. Definitely every other week. Kind of seems to be a little bit better working for us, honestly. Just time-wise.
We probably just shouldn't spoil them with too much good content, don't you think?
Save it. Yeah, for sure. Definitely, we're going to be diving into Pearl Harbor just because, a week ago now that anniversary of Pearl Harbor. So Alec, we're not going to say it here obviously, but Alec does have a couple little spicy things we were talking about prior to the episode that factors into our history, which is great. But yeah, be sure to like and subscribe, and thank y'all so much, and just keep on drinking that hose water, man.
Keep on drinking the hose water.
See y'all.
Nice. You just go ahead and plug.
Good shit, good shit, good shit, good shit.